6 to 9, you're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast. G'day there, podcaster, and welcome to episode 439, Gumnut glued onto a piece of wood. This is a really fun one today. I think we're starting to get the hang of you being in a different room, Ben.
Would you say, Liam, that it could become the norm and I'm allowed to just do it from home forever?
Well, if you're allowed to do it from home, I'm allowed to do it from home. I don't really have...
Yeah, for sure.
I could do it from my... So, because you've got your PlayStation room, I also have a PlayStation room in the sense that it's just the room I play PlayStation in. I've got like a guitar in there and a skateboard, even though I don't skate, and some drinks and like...
And you don't play guitar?
Yeah, no, I don't play guitar, nah.
But I think we can both agree, as long as Belle goes to work, then that's fine.
Yeah, long as she holds down the roost. She's actually pressing the buttons for us right now. I bet you could get used to that as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I must admit, I enjoy, like, kind of driving the panel. Like, I like driving the car.
Yeah.
But it's also nice just to have a week off from it and just, so everybody else can appreciate what I do. Actually, Belle, can you turn your mic on for me? Are you there, Belle?
She doesn't know how to turn it on.
Oh, come on. It's next to Liam's microphone on the left-hand side.
Not. Andy moved it.
So you have to assign it. Can you assign it?
Look, guys, we'll try and work this out during the podcast. You enjoy, and we'll have a chat to Belle on the end of this.
I thought it might be entertaining if I actually talk Belle through how to turn the mic on after this.
We'll do that at the end of the pod. It's Mother's Day this Sunday, Ben, and we're just sort of reminiscing about Mother's Day stalls.
Yeah, well, I said the best Mother's Day gift my mum said that she ever got was, I believe in year 4, I got my mum this chrysanthemum. It was a little pot plant, and she planted it in the front garden, and every year it would grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And, I genuinely remember that being a nice gift that I got from the Mother's Day stall.
It's kind of like the teachers also put it on, and then kids make things, and you buy something for like $2 for your mum. I reckon I got a Gumnut glued onto a piece of wood one year. Mum would have been stoked with that. Newsreader extraordinaire Taylor Jones. Yeah. Did you ever get your mum something nice from Mother's Day
stall? One of those stalls? Absolutely. I think I can one-up you both. I remember saving up $3.20, probably like birthday pocket money, that sort of thing, and buying my mum a pet rock.
Oh, yes.
So, the little, like, stone, and it's got a little face on it with pipe cleaners, and it had a little glitter hair.
And the googly eyes on it. Oh,
yeah.
Bet she's still got it somewhere.
I'm sure it's somewhere.
Yeah. Well, we were thinking this morning, obviously, maybe there's some kids going, oh, no, stressing out, like, didn't get anything for Mum. It's coming up this weekend. Why don't we do our own Mother's Day stall? Charlotte joins us now from Vale Park Primary. How you doing, Charlotte?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, so damn good. Just this stall's completely free as well, but I'm just having a look at some of the goodies we've got here. Got a bag of lavender. Remember we used to have that at my school as well. It's just like literally just a bag of lavender. Gumnut glued onto a piece of wood. That's a pretty good one. A copy of Alison Daddo's Queen Menopause new book. And a $200 Endota spa voucher. What would you like for Mum? What do you think she'd like?
I think she'd like the spa voucher.
Spa voucher. Yeah, that's a good choice. Well, that is now off the table, but Mum will love that. So we're going to move on to Ava now in Bayview Primary.
Good morning, Ava. Did you hear what was in the stall, or do you want to hear the options again?
Can I please hear the options again?
No worries, young Ava. I've got a bag of lavender, I've got a Gumnut glued onto a piece of wood, or a copy of Alison Daddo's Queen Menopause. What are you thinking?
What are you thinking? Do they all sound so good, or? Yeah.
Well, just for being. No. I know it's a tricky decision. I mean, it's you got to really think about Mum.
What are you thinking?
What would she like to open on the day? So, I mean,
maybe the lavender.
Do you think she likes flowers?
The voucher? Is that still...
Because we gave away the voucher. But you know what, Ava? You are actually in the draw to win Mum $10,000. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, we'll give you that bag of lavender for your troubles anyway. Thanks for calling up, Ava. Let's move on to young Brenton from Carrara Primary School. Mate, we got a book or a Gumnut glued onto a piece of wood. What do you think, Mum? What do you think Mum would like? Brenton, what are you thinking?
Oh, what I was thinking is is it called the spa voucher?
Because the spa voucher cheeky, but we gave it that, the first caller, Isabella got that one. Yeah. So you are in the draw for 10 grand, but we'll give you a copy of Alison Daddo's Queen Menopause. Don't read it. That's for your mum. Moving on to Alyssa from St. Aloysius. That leaves you with the gumnut glued onto a piece of wood. Do you think mum will like that?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, well, lucky girl. You're also in the draw for that 10 grand as well. So you say Happy Mother's Day to your mum for us.
I will.
All right, catch you, Alyssa. That was so good. I love how
that was great.
All of them, like their mums in the background, go, get that spa voucher. Take the gumnut spa voucher. Because they were all like looking like, is this spa voucher still available? Oh, that was so damn good. The Mother's Day is still there, and Happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there for this weekend.
Close your eyes and wrap your ears around your face. It's the Ben and Liam podcast.
And look, I might be in quarantine at home at the moment, but that didn't stop me, Liam, from seeing all the hail yesterday.
Oh my God. My house, I've got a little courtyard out the back, and it was full of hail. It was starting to build up there, like golf balls in the corner of a room or something like that. I wouldn't say they were the size of golf balls, more like the size of ball bearings or pellets. But yep. It came quick, didn't it? My fiancée was walking the dog as I was sort of coming home from work. She called me and said, "Can you give me a lift home? I'm trapped under a tree," because she was holding our dog, and it was just shivering and freaking out because the hail was thick. It was hurting your skin when you were outside, out of nowhere as well. I swear it was sunny, maybe 20 minutes earlier, but oh well, wild weather we're having. Hey, up next, Ben, the show's running a little differently at the moment. We've got producer Andy. He's on the buttons because you're at home with COVID. And so that's a good thing, because it means you can't stop me from telling the story that I want to tell next. It's a hilarious story it's actually about your in-laws from the wedding over the weekend.
Even if I was there, what would I do? Jump over and tackle you to stop you from telling it?
You could turn my microphone off, I suppose, and probably overpower me, true. Tackle me on the floor, something like that. There's been a lot of wedding chat this week, Ben, but we still haven't mentioned the speeches, have we?
No, we haven't talked about the speeches yet, no.
No, you got married over the weekend, you got COVID now, so you're broadcasting from your house. My favourite speech of the night would have to be Chris, your new father-in-law. Definitely a heartwarming speech. He teared up at one point. It was also hilarious though.
Yeah, I don't know if it was hilarious for the right reasons. I don't think that he had a few gags written in there, which is great, but I don't think he was getting the laughs where he thought he was going to be getting the laughs.
It was like a comedian doing a bit of a dad doing a speech so basically what happened is he'd had this speech written on his iPhone, and it locked 3 times throughout the speech. It locked pretty early on, and the best bit is he couldn't kind of work out how to get back up. When your parents go, "Oh, what do I do here? He was up there by himself, and he's like, "Hang on, I've lost it. Where's it gone?"
Yeah, so for most people, when their phone locks, it's pretty easy. You press the button on the side, it face unlocks, and you're away. It takes 2 seconds max to get back into your phone. Whereas when you've got a dad who's not the best at tech, it was taking him upwards of 20 seconds at a time
and it was
to figure out how to unlock
it. By the third time, I'm like, he's got to be doing it on purpose now. He knows this is killing, right? He knows it's killing. It's also that funny thing, so he's obviously just clicked it off with his hand on the side.
Yeah.
But when they get it back up, and he's looking at the passcode confused as if he's never seen it before, and sort of, how sometimes dads do that sort of hover finger on top of the screen, and they sort of hover their finger around in a circular motion as they're trying to work out what they're doing next.
Even the fact that dads can't use their thumbs to put the password in, they've got to use their index finger. They can't possibly hold the phone and use their thumb.
You're getting really old when you start knocking it with your knuckle, when you have your sort of knuckle and they start knocking their code in. You know what? It's a bit of it's a dumb dad. It's a dumb dad. It's not uncommon. They're not great with tech. No. My dad had a good one the other day. they've split all the rights for the different football competitions over a ton of streaming services now, so it's kind of difficult to watch. You need a little bit of everything. So to watch the Champions League, you need Stan Sport, which is an addition to Stan. Like, you have to add that onto your Stan. So I use producer Andy's work one when I want to watch the sport, but I couldn't give that to Dad. So, and he already uses my actual Stan that I pay for, but I don't have the sport added on. So he was like Liverpool playing the other morning. He said, "Oh, good. I'll just make a new account and do like a free trial." I was like, "That's a great idea." I get an email later that day, and he's just signed up for a year of Stan Sport through my PayPal. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, it's free. It's awesome. You get everything. Okay, no worries. If you have a dad that's done with tech, 13 24 10. Sarah in Mawson Lakes, tell us about your dad. He's no good with tech.
Hi, Ben and Liam. My dad always butt calls myself at the most random time. There has even been a time where he called and started talking about birthday gifts he was going to buy myself and my brother.
Oh, that's lovely. My dad is a real pocket dialer as well. A lot of the time it's just him at work.
Yeah, I don't understand why, 99% of people, they all lock their phone, but for some reason, dads just, I don't know if they don't know how to do it or they choose not to do it, but they never lock their phone.
Well, Dad's like, I won't have to open it up next time, put the passcode in again. I'll just leave that in my pocket and let it jangle around with my keys and just call people as I'm walking around. Jacob in Broadview, we're talking dumb dads. It's the tech edition. What's your dad like?
Hey, lads, how are we?
Good, mate.
Good.
He's a bloody crack up. So I reckon for the last 8 years he's been tagging me on Facebook, but just chucking me name in and not pressing @Jacob. So.
He just types in Jacob on posts, just confusing people. Just what does that mean? I'm not Jacob.
That's the best.
That's so good. Sean in Paralawi, tell us about your dad. He's no good with tech.
Yeah, boys. So for a long time, he actually thought that the CD-ROM in a computer was a holder for a can of Coke.
No.
Surely not.
Yeah. So when he was at the computer, he'd have the CD-ROM drive open with a can of Coke resting on it.
This is awesome. It's just like my car. Just put me coffee on there in the morning.
Apparently, it's the Ben and Liam Powerball.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Yep, the 610 quiz, Liam. If you get on air playing this, you go on the draw for 10K a day in May. Kate, Tim and Joel could be calling you at 5 p.m, so make sure your phone is on you if you want to win that cash. And if you get all 5 questions right here, or you're just the last person playing the quiz at the end, you get to choose the next song we play.
Bree joins us now from Gawler. It says on my screen here, Bree, Virgin. I'm not sure if that's a sledge or do you work for the company Virgin?
No, I work for Virgin Airlines.
Oh, right. There you go. What do you do for Virgin?
I'm a flight attendant.
I see. What's on the menu today for the flights?
I'm actually just on the way and we're going to travel to Hobart.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see if we can win you some cash today. You are in the draw for 10K just for being on. First question of the 5. If you get these all right, you get to pick the next song we play. Murray Wiggle is joining us later in the show. What colour wiggle was he?
Red?
He was. There's a butcher that only sells meat for pets in Adelaide. Not meat out of pets, just meat for pets in Adelaide's western suburbs. What animal is beef?
Cow?
It is. Mother's Day is this Sunday. Hope you got mum something nice. What is your mum's maiden name?
Melanie?
To be honest, I wouldn't know. I'm assuming that's right. We've just got to take your word for it.
So wait, hang on. When you say Melanie, that sounds like a first name to me, but that was your mum's maiden name.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, happy birthday to George Clooney, 61 today. What movie came after Ocean's 11 in the film series?
I'm not sure.
Really? You can't use your powers of deduction to work that one out?
No.
So if it's Ocean's 11, what would the next one be?
Ocean 12?
Yeah. That was, you didn't have to think about that one too hard. Anyway, apparently Beyonce and Jay-Z were in the front row at Dave Chappelle's show when he was attacked merely 48 hours ago. Can you finish these lyrics?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, Bree. I'm twerking. I'm making my buns clap. And imagine this. You're sitting at home on a weeknight, minding your own business, when a metal-looking space rock just smashes through your ceiling and onto your floor. Well, that's exactly what happened to Tanika. She joins us now from Gympie. This is insane. Firstly, is everyone okay, Tanika?
G'day, guys. Yeah, we're all good, thank gosh. Nearly got our daughter if she was in the bouncer, but yeah, we're all good.
Oh, my God. And how old's your daughter?
She's 5 months old.
That is so scary. I mean, how close are we talking to the bouncer?
It landed in the bouncer.
It landed in the bouncer.
Yeah, it come through the roof, hit the tiles, and then ricocheted from that about a metre and landed into her bouncer.
So I guess the next question would be, firstly, do you know what it is, any theories, and can you just describe what it looks like for people listening?
Yeah, so it's just a piece of metal. It's 27 grams. It's 3 centimetres by 2 centimetres. And no, we still don't have any idea what it is. We've had astrophysicists say they don't think it is a meteorite or anything from space, but then some people are wanting to test it in America. So we're still not too sure.
So how are you getting all this information? Are people somehow finding your number or getting you online and, like NASA's getting in touch being like, oh, we need to test this immediately. It could be like an alien bullet.
Yeah. A lot of people have contacted Matthew and I through Facebook because we're on the news up here in Queensland. But yeah, I'm unsure about the American ones. Yeah, they're a bit confusing.
That's wild. So like, what do you do when that happens? Instantly, obviously, it's a shock and you're sort of piecing it together. You're seeing a hole in your ceiling. Like, did you call the police?
I first called my dad and FaceTimed him, actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's sort of, you defer to dad in a situation like that. I'm pretty sure a piece of a UFO just came through our house, Dad. Like, who am I supposed to call for this one? What did your dad say?
Dad's like, well, there's a hole in the roof. You guys better find where it is and what it is. So, yeah, we found in the bouncer and then we called Police Link.
Oh, my God. I suppose the next question is, I mean, I know a lot of people, are looking at testing this sort of thing. Is there a price on this? I mean, would you sell the space rock?
Oh, yeah, 100 million.
100 million?
We've had 2 people ask to buy it, but no, we don't want to sell it anytime soon. We're hoping to keep on to it, for memorabilia for Oceana to look back on and know that, that happened in our home with her here.
Well, Tanika, maybe there's no monetary value on this rock, but perhaps Liam and I could persuade you. I mean, we are a radio station with some Harry Styles tickets.
Yeah, for 100 million.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Last time I checked, these tickets are a little cheaper than that. Literally, I'm not even joking. In the song, I was sort of saying to Ben, wouldn't it be great if we could buy Tanika's space rock and forge them into rings? Like that. That was my plan going into this. But you know what? I think, obviously, it's a crazy story. The world wants to know about it. I think that's a nice thing. Keep it for your daughter as she grows up. Maybe you could make it into a necklace or something like that. But I'm glad everything's okay, Tanika. Are you going to, reinforce the roof? You're going to put some steel panels on the top just in case this happens again?
Yeah, Matt's already patched up a little bit, but we've got the insurance company coming out to fix that one up, thankfully.
Yeah, unreal. Also a confusing one. I'd be annoyed if the insurance company didn't pay out for that, but I'm sure, I don't know where it says unidentified object flying through roof in T's and C's. But Tanika, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Tanika. I wouldn't mind doing talkback, Liam, on why did you call your dad?
Why did you call your dad? Or what went through your roof? Both good options. Look, we're not fully committed to either of those, but if you do have a story, 13 24 10, always here to chat.
Wagwan is a podcasting in a blood. Oh, my God.
And tomorrow morning, if you tuned in on Saturday, you'll be hearing from Jodie Oddy, who also joins you now. G'day.
Oh, g'day. I want to talk about something that triggered me yesterday, and it was so awful.
Oh, what happened?
And I'm hoping you guys can relate to this. I don't know if you will. Do you guys print out photos?
I do.
Not for 15 years.
No, there's this place. We recently got a film camera, and it's my job because there's a photo place near work. I just pop down in the Adelaide Arcade there, and they're pretty good. And you can either get them printed out or they just email you the film.
Hang on, how often are you getting your photos printed off?
Literally, I've done it 3 times in the last month. I'm not even kidding.
Why?
I know.
I like
Sarah's got
it.
this film. She's into film at the moment.
Yeah, I like it. I like having a hard copy. I'm old-fashioned like that. Like, what's the point?
Put them on the fridge.
Yes.
Nah, to be honest, I hate having stuff in the fridge. That was a trap. I was just saying if you're one of those people, just get your magnets off your fridge. I don't care what holidays you've been on.
Full of crap.
Hang on, that person got married 4 years ago. That invitation doesn't need to be up there. Get rid of it.
Okay, so yesterday we've got all these different size frames on our wall. So I reckon there's probably about 15. Just as you walk into the hallway, on the left, all different frames, all different sizes. We've, for ages, been going, we need to update them because, you know, there's pictures of babies on there that we don't even know which kid it is because we've got so many.
Yeah.
There's pictures of friends up there that I'm not friends with anymore. I might get
right.
off my wall.
Yep.
You know, that sort of vibe. So I firstly went, how do I get the photos from my camera onto the PC, and then I've got to get them on a USB, and I just don't know how to do that, so I got my husband to do that. But then this is the thing. You go into Officeworks or you go into Kmart and you sit at the self-serve kiosk, or chaos, it is chaos, and you go through your photos and there's so many options. I'm almost crying thinking about it. There's 11 by 6, 6 by 11, 10 by 8, 8 by 4, and you're like, oh, I don't know.
There's gloss and there's matte as well.
There's gloss and there's matte. I don't know. There's border, there's non-border.
The border, what is that? Yeah, hang on. What is up? Because I have been to Kmart probably within the last couple of years to get photos done, and I was blown away. You're so right by all the options. Why are they giving me an option to put a border on my picture?
Because you can have the white bit, and then is that going to mess with your photo frame? I don't know. It's too much. And then you always allocate yourself half an hour, and then after half an hour you're going, I've got to go, and I haven't printed any photos. So I ended up printing out. The order came to $50. They're supposed to be 15 cents each. And I'm like, what have I done here? So I ended up printing out 28 photos that were like 8 by 10s.
Right, so they were like technically quilts. Like you could, if you had enough wheat paste, you could actually do that as your wallpaper in your house.
You had 4 mugs and a mouse pad as well.
Why do I have a key ring of just my face? I ordered 40 of those. Oh, no.
So, Liam, that's an example of what I did. And you
okay.
obviously can't see this at home, but I put a white border on, and I've cropped off one of my kids' heads. Look.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was an artistic thing. Yeah, that's a nice photo of Jodie there just after giving birth, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's a very
Hang on, you're painting a weird picture there.
Oh, yeah. No, she's...
I'm in hospital, I'm fully
she's recovered.
clothed.
She's, her hair looks good. And your older daughter, she's lying there, and you've got her. Well, I'm assuming it's her. It could be your husband, to be honest. I can just see the bottom of their chin. It's just, I thought you were doing that on purpose, but that is truly horrible.
Oh, so Ben, I was sitting in the car, and I was like, I got them back, and I was hyperventilating, and I'm like, this is an abnormal reaction to what should be a fairly straightforward thing.
I can empathise with you there, Jodie, because I feel like I have similar feelings towards when I have to go clothes shopping and I have to go into the change room. I have no idea why. I don't know what's happened in my childhood or growing up, but I get so stressed out at the thought of going into a change room. Like I feel like I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I feel like I can take things in my stride, but I genuinely, I don't like the unnecessary stress of going to a change room, having to undress, especially when you've got jeans and shoes on. You have to untie your shoes. You got to take those off. You got to get your jeans off. Then you have to put the other ones on. And then you have to get your wife's attention, and then she has to approve it. And then you have to take it all off again. I can't do it. I hate it.
Is it because you think there's like a time factor? Like
I do. There's an
normally
unnecessary.
There's that person with the lanyard and they're holding the hangers and they allocate which one you go to. Do you think they're just going? 45 seconds, a little long. I'll be giving him a knock soon.
And plus the unnecessary pressure, they give you a thing with a number of items that you've got. And I think, I don't want to be accused of shoplifting here. So then you get nervous about how many that you're handing back. And they're going to go, excuse me, where's
that last one? 13, 24, 10. What small thing stresses you out that shouldn't? I mean, for me, I'd like having a movie starting just as I'm about to eat my food. So if I've gone and got a Zinger box or something like that, I've come home, then for some reason the Wi-Fi's dropped out on the TV, and then and then the food's getting cold, and I'm like, no, it needs to be at the same time for the, I need to start the movie, and I need to see the 20th Century Fox thing as I'm starting to eat it. Otherwise, it's ruined, and it's ruined. I can't just eat it and it'll be cold. Then I've punched walls because of that sort of scenario before. It really it winds me up to a 10. What small thing stresses you out that shouldn't? 13, 24, 10. Brad from Seaford Rise joins us now. What small thing stresses you out that shouldn't, mate?
G'day, boys, and Jodie. What stresses me out the most is when I'm driving and I see someone using their windscreen wipers way too fast, and there's not that much.
Yeah, I get ya. It's not appropriate. Like, have it at a 20%. It's only speckles at the moment.
Yeah, I find it's a real sign of weakness if someone's got their wipers on too fast for the rain. I'm like, oh, you're a bad driver.
Yeah, what a nerd. I don't even need wipers for this. I'm just going to speed up, if anything. Thanks, Brad. That's awesome. Alex from Taparoo, is there something small that sort of stresses you out?
Yeah, when my husband goes to hang out with clothes and he uses the wrong pegs for certain things, and then there's clothes all over the floor.
Wrong pegs for certain items? I didn't know that was a rule.
What do you mean?
No, it's a stupid rule, but we've got certain pegs that, like, hold the quilt covers on, and if you use the smaller pegs, then they just fly off and I have to wash it all again.
Yeah, Alex, I know exactly what you mean. So I usually hang out at the washing, but when my wife does it, she's a bit, reckless. She kind of hangs them out, however, but we've got certain pegs. There's like, if you've got a pair of socks, for example, they're quite thick, so when you put them together, so we use the big pegs for those, and we use the small pegs for things like a T-shirt.
You know what? I haven't used the peg in 6 years. I'm a clothes horse guy. How's that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Or the other thing.
We've also got a clothes horse as well, but that's, things just fall off of that as well.
The other thing my husband does is puts the peg in the middle of a T-shirt, so he'll put it over the line. So when I wear the said T-shirt, there's a dirty big peg imprint in the middle of my
that's
stomach.
A classic.
Idiot.
Chris joins us now from O'Hara. Chris, what small thing stresses you out that shouldn't?
Hey guys, I would have to be extensionally just do my head in completely.
When you're like wrapping them up, like you feel like your arms. I get what you mean when you sort of. Do you mean when you're like wrapping them up and then you feel like your arm's going to be trapped in there forever?
There's that, how they just twist and do their own thing, but there's also being a tradie, dragging them around on site. You guarantee that it's going to get jammed under a door. It's going to get caught somewhere. It just happens all the time. And when it happens, it's like you got to get down from where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also pretty handy, right? When you need to get power somewhere else where you don't have it. Obviously not. No, that's all right though, Chris. Tamara joins us now from Clarence Park. Last one here. What small thing stresses you out that shouldn't?
Hi guys. I get really stressed out ordering takeaway. Like I just can't decide what to get. Like if I'm getting takeaway, do I buy stuff that requires dishes? Like if you're going to go to that much effort.
Yeah.
Or what if it tastes not as good as you're hoping for? Or if I'm quite too far away, or the kids won't like it. It just freaks me out.
It's supposed to be like an easy thing. It's supposed to be like night off, less stress. I'm not cooking tonight.
That's
it.
Is this a face-to-face situation that you get stressed out, or is it a new breed?
No, it's just thinking about it. Like, what are we going to have? If it's going to be takeaway, it's got to be easy, but it's weird.
Takeaway is supposed to be making your life easier, not harder.
That's unreal.
It's a debate, a big debate. Who will win Liam?
Yes, that's right, Liam, but not even COVID is going to stop me from waking up in the morning and having a big old debate on this show. We pick a subject, we both pick a side, and we argue it for 30 seconds. The jury gets to decide who won the big debate.
Yeah, Tana, Kathy and Antonio, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Ben and Liam.
Well, this morning it's a very topical one. The Wiggles are in town, the OG gang. They're going to be performing tomorrow night. Murray Cook, actually, the original Red Wiggle, he's going to be joining us in 15 minutes' time. But we thought we'd do this. What's better, the new Wiggles or the old Wiggles? I'm sorry to say it. I reckon the new ones are better.
Don't be silly. It's obviously the OG Wiggles, Liam.
Nah, the new ones are way better. Look, we're both going to have 30 seconds each. Ben, are you ready to argue your point?
I'm ready to go, Liam. The new Wiggles suck. Firstly, there's way too many of them. You've got more outfit changes than the Met Gala did this week. Secondly, they've got no hits. We all know the classics: hot potato, fruit salad, big red car. What have the new crew got? Dippity Doo the dinosaur and Henry the octopus shakes his tentacle. That's literally the name of one of their songs off their new album. Henry the octopus shakes his tentacle. I haven't listened to it myself, but it sounds perverted, and I wouldn't want my kids listening to that smut. That's all I need to say.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there.
No, I don't know what's going on there.
Well, I think you're dead wrong, Ben. The old Wiggles, oof, man, they're old news. They've had heart attacks on stage. Jeff's always sleeping through his sets. The new guys are like the Wiggles on steroids. In fact, I think one of them might actually be on steroids. Have you seen the Justice Crew guy without his purple kit on? He looks like Ziz. They dance better, their wiggle hands are more invigorated, and they don't have to smash Gaviscon and blood thinners before they go on stage. Out with the old and in with the new, I say. I don't want to see Greg driving his toot-toot chugga-chugga big red mobility scooter on stage.
Pretty good.
And now we move to the jury. Tana in Morford Vale, what do you think? Do you reckon Ben won the debate this morning? He's saying the old Wiggles are the best, or do you think it was me?
Oh, it's definitely old Wiggles all the way. And old or not, I have seen Anthony dance to Mr. Knickerbocker and his hits Wiggle, Wiggle, Wiggle. Old school all the way.
Knickerbocker, Knickerbocker, number 9 here.
Yeah, I think they wiggle extra hard because he has had both of them replaced.
Yeah.
But you're right,
Yeah.
OG
They
are
are
better.
actually bionic hips, which gives him more swivel. They're reinforced. Let's move to Kathy now in Victor Harbour. I don't know if I agree with what the first jury member said, but what are you saying? You reckon the old Wiggles are better or the new ones?
No, I'm going with Liam. Definitely the new Wiggles.
Yeah,
Their hips, their height, they're in, youth. Absolutely.
You're just saying hot words.
You're saying youth. But thank you, Kathy. I will take the win. Tell you what, though, he's hunky, the purple wiggle. Let's move on to Antonio from Woodville. He has the final say here. What do you think, mate? Who won the big debate this morning?
Do you know what, boys? I tell you what. For some reason, it always comes down to my decision. How does that happen?
I don't know. It's just the way it works, I suppose. I suppose we've got a hung jury a lot of the time.
Oh, every single week. Anyway, all right. Look, very good debates this week, boys. You're both up to the game. Even Ben from home, you must be feeling shocking, mate. You did a good job.
Thanks, Antonio.
What was the name of those songs? The weird Henry the Octopus song? Shakes his what?
Yeah, Henry the Octopus shakes his tentacle. I don't know what's going on there, Antonio.
That does not sound good. That does not sound good. Look, I think you put together a good debate. Look, I have to say, though, Liam, you surprised me, mate. You really did this week. You put it together. You talk heart attacks. You talk facts, you know?
Yeah.
And do you know what? There is nothing weirder than 4 middle-aged men singing to one child in your living room. It's so strange. I have to go with Liam this week. He finally gets a win.
A big debate. We now have the winner.
Yeah, look, I don't think it's really fair to kick me while I'm down while I've got COVID to also give me the loss, Antonio, but it is your call, my friend. Hey, while we've still got you, mate, have you got plans for Mother's Day? What are you doing for your mum?
Oh, look, we might just have a nice little brunch on Sunday morning.
Yeah, maybe get around to the rumpus room, watch a few movies or something.
Yeah, no, we do. We get everyone in the rumpus room. We've got a nice little setting and we can have some croissants.
Nice, mate. Sounds beautiful.
Oh, Lord Terry, put it in reverse. It's Ben and Liam.
This is Ben's dream scenario. He gets to putt and listeners win money. He's a golf guy, but unfortunately, he has COVID, so he hasn't been able to do this one in 2 days.
Yeah, my dream has turned to a nightmare, Liam, because I'm at home with COVID. That means you are going to be taking the putt for up to $1,000.
But I'll give you a sweet view because I've got you on Skype on my laptop. So what I'll do is I'll put you on hole cam. So I'll just rest my laptop next to the hole so then you can commentate the whole thing. Let's see who I'm going to be putting for this morning. Katie in Golden Grove, the 5125. G'day, good morning.
Hello, how are you?
So damn good, Katie. Look, I don't think you've seen me play a game of golf before. Ben certainly has. Can you run Katie through my normal game, Ben?
Yeah, of course. It's a little bit like a giraffe being born for the first time trying to walk. That's Liam trying to hold a golf club.
Yep.
So, look, it's not pretty. Having said that, I mean, this is just putting in a straight line. So that's all he has to do for $1,000.
I think the last time Ben and I tried to play a full game of golf, I actually normally do par threes and I do just like the back nine. But I didn't actually realise how big a full course was. And I got very drunk by, I'd say, the 4th or 5th hole and then was sort of just mucking around. And, yeah, I think I took a few chunks out of grass here and there and just sort of, it wasn't good. But anyway, you know what? I got confidence, Katie. I mean, I've been sort of mucking around during the songs. I think I've got it. If I can slot it, $1,000 for you. If not, we'll have to move on to the next caller. Do you have any words of wisdom for me?
I have faith in you, and let's do it for Golden Grove.
That's what I want to hear. Bigging it up for the Sunnybrook Massive. Let's do this.
All right, Liam.
I'm at the hole.
Okay, he's at the hole. He's about to take his putt. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's blasted over the back. I'm so sorry. He didn't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Katie.
That's okay.
All
Too
right.
strong, Liam.
Hey, just for calling up, you're in the draw for Nova's 10K day in May, so it's not all a complete loss. Let's move on now to Laura in Paralawi. How you doing, Laura?
Good morning, boys.
Hey, look, I reckon you're in a great position because Ben can vouch. I was probably just getting my eye in there, you know?
It wasn't the best putt I've ever seen. It did come in way too hot, so hopefully, Liam,
That's okay.
it was accurate. It just had too much power. So, Liam, walk over to the putt and hit it again. 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's got it. That's $1,000.
She's in $1,000 for you, Laura.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Oh, my God. I knew you could do it. You had it in you, and you can pull an Ollie Wines too.
We are also joined now by our producer, Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, in some breaking royal news, Buckingham Palace have announced that the Queen will no longer be able to attend her garden parties.
That's a bit sad.
It is very sad.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, the Queen every summer holds up to 3 garden parties at the palace and invites members of the public. She's done this every year since 1952, since she started.
Oh, look, if everyone's come all that way, I mean, surely they could, like, weekend at Bernie's there up in the balcony or something. Just get some string. That old trick. Oh, she's waving at me.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably maybe have gifts from her or something like that. But I think it's a good decision.
It makes sense that the Queen has garden parties because you know who loves gardens? Lizards.
And we are pretty sure on this show, I mean, we haven't heard anyone confirm or deny, but we're pretty sure she is a reptile.
You've been peddling it for years, and I still don't understand.
Well, I've seen the photos of the hot lamp above her bed. That's all I'm saying.
And, hey, get ready because a flesh-eating ulcer is spreading. In Melbourne.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine then. Yeah, it's all good. Dirty Vicks, bloody stealing the Grand Prix, hogging all the good AFL fixtures. Am I right? About time they got something.
Yeah, that's true. They can take it from us. Look, it is just spreading, but they've only got like 40 cases at the moment. So
that doesn't sound good though. I mean, like COVID's scary, but flesh-eating ulcer. I'm like, yeah, I'd be quarantined for a while for that one. That's
absolutely,
for sure.
absolutely. And finally, there is a new film being made based entirely off Paul Kelly's How to Make Gravy.
Iconic Australian tune. Pretty sad song as well. Obviously, he's writing the letter back home. He's in prison. He screwed up this time.
Yep. So, well, that's the thought, is that it will just be about Joe, the main guy, writing that letter to his brother Dan. So it'll go, why he's in prison, all of that kind of thing.
It won't be like a step-by-step guide on how to make gravy.
No. It's been picked up by Warner Brothers. So, look, high hopes for
Well,
that.
we're excited. I know you're not, Belle, because you famously hate Paul Kelly, Australia's poet. I mean,
I wouldn't say famously.
Well,
but
Uncle
yeah.
Paul, I mean, I've seen him about 5 times, and he is incredible. This morning you said, people only like him because other people say he's good. It's like, this is a direct quote, it's like when people say Nickelback sucks, then everyone hates them. I love Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
Look, okay, yeah, I may have said that, but the point is, what I'm saying is, look, I don't hate Paul Kelly. I just think he's overrated. I don't see why everyone loves him. I think his songs are a bit boring.
No, but don't backtrack. This isn't about Paul Kelly now. This is about you saying that you love
his songs
Nickelback.
tell these grandiose love stories, these great Australian tales, stories of a generation.
Don't feel it.
And then you've got Chen Kruger.
I'm saying, like, people only dislike Nickelback because the person next to them does. I think if we all just took a step back and said, they're actually all right.
I've just seen Belle's lock screen on her phone. It's a close-up photo of Chad Kroger as her wallpaper.
Should I go back and try to graduate?
Kick out the jams, Ben and Liam.
Alrighty, folks.
time for the Ben and Liam meat tray.
Yep, that's right, Liam. There was a point I woke up this morning and I thought to myself, you know what? I might just not do the show this morning. But then I thought, hang on, who's going to give away the Friday meat tray with Liam? I must get out of bed and I must go do the show.
And thank you so much for doing just that. Of course, before we award the meat tray to the best caller, we must nod the hat to... Hang on, you don't nod the hat, you tip the hat.
You tip the cap.
You nod your head. Yeah, well...
you nod your head and you tip your cap.
Yeah, so a tip and a nod to Charlie, who called up for just the completely wrong call out. Like, we weren't even doing this at all.
My parents did know Carl Stefanovic.
Hang on, you called up for who did your parents know?
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
But also I'm intrigued that they knew Carl Stefanovic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, they actually know him as a personal friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I can see how you've been confused.
Do they know him?
I thought you were just going to list off all the people that your parents know. Yeah, no, he's heard of Will Smith, Will Ferrell as well. Familiar with both of those guys. Obviously, we're doing Who Didn't Your Parents Know? Because Ben... parents didn't know a few very, very famous celebrities.
Yes, a tip and a nod to that person.
Big thanks to Dulwich Village Meats as well. I'll also tip and nod to them, who have given us the meat tray. Family owned and operated by Shane and Tegan. They specialise in high-quality dry-aged meats.
Ooh.
So there's some dry-aged meats coming to the way of the best caller. You've got chops, patties, shazliks, all the usuals. For us, it was a bit of a no-brainer this week, Ben. The best caller has to be Graham, who called through to tell us about the worst day of his life.
Yeah, when I was a trainee hotel manager in the UK, I'd been at this hotel 3 weeks. A gentleman walked in overalls and said, I'm the TV repairman. I've come to replace the TVs. So being keen and wanting to show enthusiasm, I helped him put 67 TVs in the back of a truck, a van, and he drove off. And I went off to the manager and I said, go, I'm exhausted. I've been busy an hour and a half loading the TVs into the back of the van. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, the TV repairman's replacing TVs. And he went, no. And I went, I remember the name of the van. It had BS TV repairs. And he went, yeah, bullshit TV repairs.
So damn good, Graham, the best caller of the week. Stole 67 TVs with an unknown man. They never got them back. Graham joins us now. Congratulations, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey,
payback.
I mean, yeah, well, that's it. It's all worked out in the end. You have rissoles, shazliks, patties. You got much planned on the weekend? You going to have a nice barbecue, maybe, Graham?
Yes, I think I will for Mother's Day.
Oh, man.
I'll cook it for a change.
Well, this is going to be perfect.
Graham, whereabouts are you right now? Can you paint a bit of a picture?
I'm sitting in my boardroom in the office.
Oh, all right, okay. And what suburb is the office?
Hilton.
Hilton. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to punch the coordinates in here. Longitude and latitude. Yep. What we're going to do is we're going to shoot a big pork knuck over to you. So I'm just going to load it into the cannon. We want you to catch it for us. Here we go. All right, it's coming, Graham. Should be there soon. Anytime now.
Oh.
Oh, right in the meat and titties. Hiya, boys, hiya.
Sorry, Graham.
And
My
that's why
apologies.
he's the best caller of the week, Graham
bloody hell.
Smithfield.
Call anytime, Graham. I love you, mate. That was excellent. And that's the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. We're back. Bell's still trying to turn a microphone on. Ben.
Yep. So, Belle, there's a sign. So press a sign on a fader that you don't want. Yeah. So, it could be anything, something you don't need.
Yeah.
Press a sign, and then over on the left-hand side, there's all the buttons. Just press mic 1. That'll be your mic.
Hello.
There you go. And now you too, listening, know how to assign mics on the Kiosk Digital VARDS DC2 panel. Clots?
Clots, yeah, clots.
Okay. Well, I was reading that upside down. I sit on the other side. What
And
did I say?
I must admit, I have forgotten why I asked Bill to turn a mic on. What were we talking about?
I think we were just
You
going
guys were saying that if you never
why
come
don't
into work again,
why don't you
is it
assign
okay?
a microphone for producer Andy as well, so he doesn't feel so
We're supposed
darned
to be in
left
another
out?
chat right now.
That's all right.
Oh no, no, he's mic 4. That is mic 4, isn't it?
Yep. So
Hey.
turn
No.
that one on, and then you there, Andy?
Hello.
Nah, it's not on.
No, mic 4 is the one next to Liam. You want mic 3 is the other mic.
This is the worst end to a podcast ever.
If I wasn't there.
Hey,
If I was
Oh,
there,
yeah?
I should say. Yep.
How's that, Andy?
Hello.
Oh!
You're quiet though.
Yeah, turn him up.
I'm on the max.
No, this is good. This is good, guys. Now we got the whole team. Maybe this is a good time to talk about.
I remember what I was going to ask. Okay, yeah. So my question was going to be for Belle, and then I'll throw it to Andy as well. Now that I've been home for a week,
No.
not a week, I guess 3 days, do you appreciate what I do more, Belle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andy, what about you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at the panel during the show.
You've done a good job.
On day one, there was a few schoolboy howlers, but
and you were reprimanded severely for
Yeah, I
those
was,
things, and
yeah.
that's you know that's how you teach a dog. You rub its face in it. Just for the record,
Yeah.
I've never rubbed my dog in its own mess. I think that's actually really cruel. Well, no, I was saying this is probably a good time to talk about that podcast that we've been speaking about for months. We were thinking it'd be a fun idea to do like an extra podcast where it's like, Belle's in on it, producer Andy's in on it, it's Ben and I, and we're talking about all the behind the scenes, the BTS.
Well, I don't know if this is the right time because we are supposed to be in a meeting with a potential new team member.
Yeah, I don't know if that person hasn't announced that they're leaving yet, though. So
I know.
Yeah,
I
like
was just
I think
gonna
it's
say,
like
I just said a
it's
new team member. I
yeah,
wasn't
it's
gonna say they were
BTS,
leaving.
but that's way too BTS, Belle.
I just said a new team.
Yeah,
Oh my
we still
God,
got to
I
be
didn't say
professional,
they're
though.
leaving.
Okay, guys, we've got to be professional.
Anyway, I just don't know if this is the right time because we're 5 minutes off.
Okay, yeah.
But what if this person's employer is listening and they call them in today and say, Jethro, I was listening to the
I
Ben and
never
Liam
said
podcast.
who it was.
Nah, it's just you got to be careful about these sorts of things.
Can I
you know?
also a tip and a nod to Andy because if we're going behind the scenes, I said the name Jethro on like a Wednesday earlier this week, and it's become a bit of a meme name off air.
It's been a funny
and
bit.
he's worked it into the podcast. So well done.
It's one of those. It's one of those like It's a show joke that doesn't actually get on the show often. There was an episode earlier this week called Sabulba. Andy and I spend probably 45 to an hour every day talking about fan theories on Sabulba, the guy from the pod racing scene in the Phantom Menace.
These conversations don't ring a bell to me, Liam.
Don't leave me in that hole. He told me he wanted to buy a Sabulba tumbler, which is like, those sort of back in the day when you'd go to the movies and they have like a head of and everyone's looking at me like I'm ridiculous.
Wait, like a head on the top of a
Well, yeah,
Coke
like
drink.
it's got a straw in it.
Yeah,
and it's got
yeah,
the head.
yeah.
So yeah, there's these Sabulba ones from the theatrical release of the Phantom Menace.
right.
Belle could probably find one of them for you from one of our op shops.
If you really want one. I don't even yeah, I thought you were talking about Bulbasaur earlier in the week.
No, that's
Pokemon.
That's Pokemon. I
Yes,
don't really
it's all the same
subscribe
to me.
Pokemon.
I don't know.
I'm
But
on-
then I put the podcast up yesterday and I realised that this week you had a podcast called Sabulba, and then the next
Hasbulla.
podcast is called Hasbulla.
Well, yeah, you didn't know who Hasbulla was.
No, and I was like, what am I
Hasbulla is
doing with my
amazing.
life?
Oh, we are so going to Hasbulla speaking to her.
Just quickly before we have to break for this meeting in 4 minutes, kind of mentioning like Bulbasaur there and Sabulba. I had a moment like last night where Sam, like obviously she's got COVID as well. She's got it really bad, way worse than I do. And she was like, having like fever sweats, and she was in bed and she started having like this really bad coughing fit, and she's kind of got a bit of conjunctivitis. I don't even think you get that from COVID. I think she's just got that. Anyway, she was like not in good shape. And I said, oh, well, you know what they say, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And she was like, shut up, like you're not being empathetic. And then I said, well, in Dragon Ball Z, Goku, like whenever he gets beaten, he actually comes back stronger. And then she said, you're not taking this seriously. And I said, no, I'm dead serious. Like I'm dead
effing serious. Hey,
Yeah.
When Sabulba sabotaged young Annie's
Yeah.
pod racer, yeah, what happened? Did he lose the race? No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
He shifted the power drive.
Yep.
He fixed it up mid-race, and he still managed to win. And he also won his own freedom. Unfortunately, Shmi couldn't come with him. That wasn't a part of the
Yep.
deal. Shmi
Yep.
was later murdered by sand people.
By sand people?
And then what did Anakin do? He murdered them all like animals because I hate them. Not just the men, but the women and the children. And that was, in a lot of ways, foreshadowing what he would later become, Darth Vader, ruler of the galaxy. And a lot of that dark side was really coming out early.
Does anyone listen to these?
Well, you've got to ask yourself, could that all have been avoided if Qui-Gon had asked Watto for Shmi as well?
Yeah.
You've got to ask yourself these questions.
You are such nerds.
No, we're not. We're just Sebulba enthusiasts.
We have a minute to go. Can I suggest a segment for our behind the scenes
Yes,
podcast? Where we each nominate and land on the team member of the week.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
No.
That's good. I'd give it to Ben this week for just still doing the show, even though he's got COVID.
Why would you give it to
Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Liam.
He's still coming in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The reason
Yeah,
he
Belle,
does
remember when
that
you had COVID?
is- oh
Belle,
my-
when you had COVID, did you come in? Did you still...
No,
you
you
still
come in
zoom
because I
in?
legally can't come in, but I still did my job.
Don't get upset, Belle. You can fight this with your own nomination. who would you like to see as team member of the week?
I would like to put forward Andy because he stepped up and did a great job paneling.
Okay.
What do you think? Let Ben do it. I'll
sorry,
discuss
Ben.
with
Who do you
today.
think?
Great. I agree with Liam. I'd like to give myself a nomination because I could have easily slept
No, you
in.
can't
And in
nominate
fact, this
yourself.
morning, yes, I can. This morning, I was encouraged. Everyone was like, "Oh, you sound pretty sick," and I said, I don't care.
You say everyone. The producers said, and I said he'll be all right.
Liam and I have a ride or die mentality. So yeah, I'd nominate myself, Andy.
Yeah, but you sound crap.
I would like to nominate Ben.
Thank you.
I think Ben takes
He didn't even do anything.
He did the show. He's got COVID.
Because you guys hold it over everyone's head. Oh, you can't have a sick day.
I know.
Ooh.
Well, it should be seen as like, you can't show weakness. If you're the CEO of a business, do you know what I mean? You reckon you have sick days? No.
Do you know what?
Do
I got
you-
an
do you
email.
think-
No, listen.
We're
I
the
got an-
CEOs of Ben and Liam Incorporated.
I got an email when I was having my COVID week.
Mm.
I got an email from one of our bosses and they said, "Hey, Belle, please take a day off if you feel sick. You don't have to keep doing stuff." And I replied, "No, it's okay. I'll keep doing
Look,
stuff."
guys, I hate to break the news.
Final thought. Absolute final thought. Do you think on a balmy summer's night in Tatooine that Sebulba took a day off? I don't think so. All right, let's wrap
Anywho,
it
we
up.
literally have this person now waiting for us to interview them on probably another screen, being like, I'm nervous, like, I hope I get the job. Meanwhile, we are talking about the temperature in Tatooine on the night of that infamous pod race. Anyway, that's the end of the pod. Hope you enjoyed.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.